Good morning, students. Today we will read the poem Keeping Quiet by Pablo Neruda. You have read the first two stanzas of the poem. Now let us read the third stanza. Those who prepare gain wars, war with gas, war with fire, victory with no survivors, would put on clean clothes and walk with their brothers in the shade doing nothing. What I want should not be confused with total inactivity. Life is what it is about. I want no truck with death. So now, those refers to the politicians, the statesmen, and the scientists who are involved in initiating and aggravating the wars and run after so-called material advancement. War with gas, war with fire, victory with no survivors. Here the expression refers to the wars which man is waging against man and nature. Green wars, that is man is the war that man is waging against nature. War with gas and war with fire. This may refer to the nuclear wars, atomic wars, or the wars that is won by deadly weapons. So these wars, when these wars will occur, then there will not be any survivors. So man's activities are polluting the nature, and chemical and nuclear weapons created by him has brought man to the verge of extinction, brought mankind to its dead end. If the people will do meditation, will do introspection, then they will all have a feeling of universal brotherhood and peace. They will also put on clean clothes. Means that their perspective towards life will also change, and they will also have a feeling of universal brotherhood and peace. What I want not to be confused with total inactivity. Life is what it is about. I want no truck with death. Here the poet says that life is an ongoing process. Life can't come to a standstill under any circumstances. And when he says, I want no truck with death, means I have no dealing with death. He wants to say that he doesn't believe in total inactivity. He just wants us that we should stop our destructive activities. Life is an ongoing process, and he doesn't want to associate it with death or bring it to dead end. Now the poetic device is used here in this stanza. War with, that is alliteration as well as repetition. Then clean clothes, example of alliteration, as well as metaphor. And when it is used as a metaphor, it symbolizes peace and change in one's perspective. Now, the questions based on stanza 3. Whom does those refer to? Those refer to the politicians, statesmen, scientists who are starting the wars and who are making the war very deadly. They are and again they are running after the material advancement. Green wars, war with gas, war with fire, refer to the war that man is waging against man and nature. Man's activities are polluting the nature, and the chemical and nuclear weapons created by him has brought man to the verge of extinction. What is life all about? Life is an ongoing process. Life can't come to a standstill under any circumstance. I want no truck with death. The poet doesn't believe in inactivity. He just wants us to stop our destructive activities. He wants to say life is an ongoing process and he doesn't want to associate it with the death or bring it to dead end. Now, fourth stanza. If we were not so single-minded about keeping our lives moving, and for once could perhaps a huge silence might interrupt this sadness of never understanding ourselves and of threatening ourselves with death. Now, if we were not so single-minded means that if man was not only single-minded towards scientific progress and advancement or competitions, and for once could perhaps a huge silence, and if the man will just for a moment do the meditation, will keep quiet, then this silence might stop the sadness, might remove the sadness of human beings. And why the human beings are feeling sad? The human beings are feeling sad because they are not able to understand their emotional needs, and human beings, they are feeling insecure because of the scientific advancement and because of the nuclear weapons. So now the questions based on stanza 4. What is man single-minded about? Man has targeted himself single-mindedly towards scientific progress and advancement. What is the sadness of never understanding ourselves? That is, man in his race towards materialism has sacrificed the fulfillment of his emotional needs. He doesn't understand the needs of his emotional self and has become sad and isolated. What has man threatened him? How has man threatened himself with death? The increasing arm race and man's rapid advancement at the cost of nature has brought him on the verge of extinction. So, you should read these stanzas, and in the next video we will continue with this poem. Thank you.